Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more content like this. This video, I'm going to talk about some of my controversial anime opinions. And probably some anime stuff about me, but mostly the hot anime. My hot takes. We'll start with JoJo's. So, I think Dio Brando is a terrible character. I think he is boring. I think he's one-dimensional. I don't understand why he keeps coming back in JoJo's. I don't get it at all. He does stuff because he's the main villain of the series, but I don't know, he's just one dimensional. He's not a good villain. Okay, if you compare him, let's compare him to any of the other villains in JoJo's, and I like all of them better because they are all, not overhyped for no reason. I don't remember his name, but the pink-haired JoJo villain who's like a schizo. Not a schizo. He had multiple personality disorder. That was my favorite. That's one of my favorite characters in JoJo's. I think that's a great villain. He's flawed. He's weird, and the fight was amazing. I think I think the serial killer guy was much better villain. He was at least interesting. Every time Dio's on the screen, I'm just like, there's going to be a boring fight. I think Dio is Rob Lucci from One Piece. They are the same fucking character. Which is a boring villain. An overhyped, boring villain who is just a prick to be a prick. There's nothing there. Dio was just an asshole to be, yes, his life wasn't great because he was wasn't he living with his, deadbeat drunk of an alcoholic dad? But goddamn, I also hated part one. Part one's trash, but that's not a hot take. I think most people don't like part one of JoJo's because it is not good. It's not good at all. But that's my hot JoJo take. Also kind of a hot One Piece take too because 100% Rob Lucci is not a good character. I don't care when he comes back. I am excited when Kaku's back. Or Khalifa. Or, those are the characters I actually enjoyed from CP9. The other one, I didn't like Rob Lucci. The wolf guy was, He was at least interesting. Sponda was a better villain. Because I hate Sponda. I feel like if you can generate an emotion out of me, such anger and despise for you, like Sponda did, I hated when Dio kicked the dog. That's the only thing he's done in the entire series where I was like, you are a fucking prick and I hate you, was when he kicked the dog. But, Orochi, I was so hyped when Orochi got killed, and, sorry, One Piece spoilers, when Orochi got killed, 7 times. That was gas. Gas! Also, I think this is another hot take. I think the only people that like Dragon Ball Z are the people that watched it as a kid. If they watched it without the nostalgia goggles, they would know it's trash. Just being honest. I can't speak. I watched 30 episodes of it, and it was not good. All Goku did was run on a snake. The worst anime I've ever seen, though, and I've only seen, I think there's 62 episodes of it, and I could only sit through 20 episodes, was Bobobo. That shit was awful. Fucking dog shit. Worst thing I've ever watched. I was so disappointed, because I kind of vaguely remember watching this as a kid, and liking it. I've never seen Bleach. That's not a hot take, though. I want to watch Bleach. It's just really long, but the long thing isn't really the reason. I don't know why I haven't watched it. I think it's because people tell me it falls off 6 times. Also, I think this is too hot. My hero takes. I don't think Mineta is a terrible character like everybody else thinks Mineta is a terrible character. I think he has terrible scenes, and I don't like the pervy shit in anime. I never like. Always my least favorite thing about most characters. I think it makes Sanji a flawed character, which makes me like him. But I don't like it. It can be done right, I guess, better. It's not. It's my least favorite common trope in anime is that like pervy shit. Like I wish it would just stop. Like straight up, I'm tired of seeing it, but that's not a hot take either, to be completely honest with you. I think most people would feel that way. But like Mineta is not that bad of a character. Out of like the side like C-list characters in that show, he's not that bad. Like the tail guy's worse. He does nothing. At least Mineta does stuff. Most of Class 1A does nothing. Besides like there's like 5 of them that actually do stuff. Also, Deku's not a terrible character. I'm surprised that's a hot take. But, like, people hate him. And, like, the whole point of the whole series is his character development. Like, yeah, he's a crybaby. But, like, that's part of his character. He's my favorite character in My Hero. Which I think is a hot take. Because besides the Mineta slander, I always see his slander. Which, I just thought he was the most deep character in the entire... Like, my favorite arc in My Hero was the Vigilante arc, which is him fighting his whole damn class, and he whooped all their ass. He could easily whoop all their asses. But like, that. Also, I don't think Black Clover's that bad. I don't know if that's a hot take, but like, I feel like nobody ever talks about it. I do think we're kind of screwed, in the whole anime department. Once like Chainsaw, well, we have Chainsaw Man, but like manga, I guess the manga side. Because, like, all the good shonens ended. Like, Chainsaw Man's ending. One Piece is ending. JJK ended. Black Clover ended. My Hero ended. Like, I don't think any of the new gens can hit that level that, like, My Hero hit. Hit that level that JJK hit. Hit that level that, I think Chainsaw Man hit, to be completely honest with you. I think he's the author of Chainsaw Man. I think he is legitimately one of the best mangakas of all time. And I don't think he gets the credit he deserves. He is my favorite mangaka that's wrote multiple stories. Also, I think it's unfair to call isekais trash. Like, I don't understand, because there are really good ones. Yes, there are, but, like, there are trash ones, too, don't get me wrong. Like, there's, like, really bad isekais. I'm not going to sit here and say they're not. But, like, to call the whole genre trash when you got, like, I think the really good ones are, like, some of the best anime I've ever watched in my entire life. Like, Mushoku Tensei, I'd be like, yeah, I hate Rudius, which is not a hot take. Everybody, like, he's not... But he's flawed, and I'm like, I like flawed characters. I think it is a good thing when they're flawed, and the author actually puts some thought into them. But then people would make fun of me because Luffy's my favorite character, but I think Luffy's hella flawed, to be completely honest with you. He is very reckless. He's very... He does think about others, but he doesn't do it in the way people would probably assume, like a captain would do it, which, hey, like, he's Monkey D. He's the greatest MC of all time, and it really pissed me off when Logan Paul said that whole, like, Luffy D Monkey thing. Like, stop it. You obviously don't watch One Piece. And then he did some card stuff and was making fun of it, too. It's like, dude, fuck off. But that's not what I'm here to talk about. You got another hot JoJo's. I don't know. I think the art style and, like, the colors... And JoJo's is ugly. Like, the whole, like, blue-green... Like, the stuff that's going on, like, right now. I don't like that color palette. Like, I don't think that's good. And, like, I don't know how people think it is. I love the art style. Like, if that makes sense. Like, I like the character design and stuff where they're all, like, big buff men. It's great. I don't like the I don't know. It was jarring the first... You have to get used to it. What is another... Let's see. I think Chainsaw Man's top 5, bro. Like, I think it is insane to me that Chainsaw Man didn't get talked about more after it ended. I'd be like, it had probably I think the best anime movie I've ever seen. It had the best opening of all time. Now, do I think it's a perfect show? No. I'd be like, it got me to read the manga, though. It got me to read everything he made, because he's a like, both, I think his anime does it right, if that makes sense. Like, because his thing could be adapted. It's amazing manga and it's amazing anime. And I'm like, it is a devastation that they did that to One Punch Man with season 3. I'm like, I haven't watched season 3, but like, I've seen the clips and it's like, this is so sad. This makes me not want to watch it at all, which is so sad because One Punch Man is goated. Like, the first season was so good. It's like, how can you let a series that would make you so much money flop like this? Like, how? I don't understand. I'd use the budget and I'd make it. Bro, you had like 7 years. Like, I don't understand that at all. But whatever. I mean, I'm not super into the industry, so I don't know all of the, tribulations that they had. And I know that the animating stuff is not easy. Otherwise, everybody would be doing it. But, Also, I think another hot take is I think part 1 Naruto is better than Shippuden. And I don't think it's even close. Part 1 had the soul was ripped out of it in Shippuden, to be honest with you. Like, the whole Naruto being the reincarnation of Naruto and Sasuke being the reincarnation of Indra and Ashura, blah blah blah. And then I felt like Naruto learned stuff in fights in part 1. He learned one jutsu in the entire fucking part in Shippuden. And I'm like, it was a jutsu he already knew, and then he just spammed that bitch. It's just Rasengan. Like, bro, your fights are boring. And then it's always talk his way out of it. I think Gaara versus Naruto is an underrated Naruto fight. I think it is almost as good as Rock Lee versus Gaara. I think all of Gaara's fights in part 1 are some of the best in the entire series. All of them. I think what happened to him and Shippuden was ridiculous. Like, him getting bodied by Deidara like that, but then it was like, oh, he was trying to save the village, but come on, why'd you have to kill him? And then you brought him back, just leave him fucking dead if you're gonna leave him fucking dead. I hate bringing back people, which is my biggest gripe with One Piece. Also, I think Kaido is the second most disappointing character in the entire series to me. Kid is the most disappointing character in the entire series, which is not a hot take, but I want to talk about this anyways. Bro, Kid was hyped up to be Luffy's rival and equal, and I never got that feeling. His fighting style is so fucking boring. It just make giant thing. I hope he doesn't come back. Even though I love his interactions with Luffy and Law, them three together was my favorite part of Wano. That's probably a hot take. But that made me laugh every time. But Kid's just, he's not it, man. I know he's Luffy without the plot armor, but he's just not it. He's just not it. And it's not. He needs to stop. And I'm glad, I am glad Shanks put him in his place. I hope, maybe we should see him again. I don't know. What's another? I love Law. Law's great, but that's not a hot take. Everybody loves Law. I think Chopper's boring, and Chopper's just as irrelevant as Usopp, but that's not really a hot take. I don't think it is. Maybe it is. I want them to do stuff. It's a straw. Oh, the Kaido thing. Yeah, Kaido had some of the most potential in the entire series. 100%, he was hyped up. He's the strongest person alive. All this stuff. Or strongest beast alive, or whatever you want to call him. Thing alive. And, his fight with Luffy was fantastic. All of his fights with Luffy, besides the one shot, was fantastic. But, the backstory we got with him was boring as hell. He's just, I don't know. He didn't scratch that itch I wanted him to scratch. I think Big Mom is a better character. I think Big Mom is my favorite villain in One Piece, and it's not even close. And she's one of the most flawed characters in One Piece. I don't like the amnesia shit. Oda needed to stop with that, and I don't really like how she went out. Because it didn't really feel like a defeat to me. Law just used Law hacks and was just not really kicking her ass, but kind of winning, and then he won because he did some bullshit. Like, Big Mom could have easily beat both of them. I don't know why she didn't. But, she is my favorite villain. I think she's the most interesting villain. I think she did the most for the series. I think she was the main... She should have been... I liked how Sanji beat her with the cake thing. I thought that was interesting. Okay, let's talk about another series. Because I'll be like, I could sit here and talk about One Piece all day, all night. Like, because I love One Piece. But we don't always need to talk about it. I do think Bleach is underrated, but that's not really a hot take. Dragon Ball Z... I don't... why isn't it? I think Demon Slayer is overrated because of the animation it got. And I also think it's disappointing that the last 3 seasons of Demon Slayer are all movies. The last season of Demon Slayer is all a movie. I don't like that. I think most people probably don't like that, but I don't know. Also, I know my biggest controversial take is I watch dubbed anime, and I watch it dubbed exclusively, but let me explain. I would watch subbed, but I have ADHD, so I have a hard time paying attention. So if I look away for a second and look back, it's a completely different fucking scene and I don't know what's going on. Otherwise, I would watch it in subbed. 100%. But, I get what people say. I'm not hating on people for watching either one. I think it's insane to hate on people for that. And I'd be like, I think it is annoying that people say that all dubs are bad, which is not true. But, back to the isekai take. I think there are a lot of bad isekais, to be honest with you. But there are a lot of good... I think there are a lot of good ones. I just think it's the easiest one to come up with, something. So that's why it's mass-produced. Because it's the easiest one to come up with, a topic to talk about it. Which is let's make this really long, fucking boring-ass fucking name. And let's make this guy overpowered and stuff. That is every single isekai ever. But, when they change it and make the main character interesting and not make them a self-insert, it's one of the best genres in the entire, anime thing, in my opinion. Also, I wish more series had romance in it, because most of the romance series aren't... Either I feel like they don't develop the characters enough. They take 40 episodes for them to hold their hand, which is ridiculous. They take 40 episodes for them to even say they like each other, which is ridiculous. But my favorite genre of romance series is I like when it's funny. The ones where they try to be funny. Because I'm let's be honest with you, most anime are not funny. I think Konosuba is hilarious, but that's not a hot take. But yeah, I do. Also, I think One Piece is funny when it wants... Sometimes I think Oda fails miserably, but that's not what we're here to talk about. But, I don't know. Anime is just... It is insane to me that people say they just can't watch it. Because I'm that's like saying you can't watch, Because I think when everybody says that, they only think of, your battle shonens and stuff. Because I'll be anime is so deep and, there's so many different things you could watch. There isn't just one general genre of anime. I think it is disrespectful to say there is. But I'll be I'm never going to push somebody to watch anything. I'll be I would never tell people to watch my favorite series of all. I mean, I want people to watch it. But I wouldn't be watch One Piece, because I understand that it's the longest series of all time. I'd say, hey, watch Chainsaw Man. Because, actually, that wouldn't be my first series I'd tell people to watch. I don't know what I'd tell people. I don't know what is a good gateway anime. Probably actually Demon Slayer and My Hero, it probably is. Because you get used to the length of good shonens. And then you start with those, and then you branch out into other things you want to watch. And you're hooked. But I'd be I think it is... I don't think this generation of weebs, the new generation of weebs, could get hooked on the same thing that made me like anime, which was Naruto, because I watched Naruto as a child. I don't think they could sit through Naruto, if that makes sense, because of the filler one, and it's not their short attention spans. Which I'm like, mine is kind of fucked right now, to be honest with you. But like theirs is worse than mine. I think their generation got screwed because they can't handle good storytelling and like a good long payoff. They don't have the attention span as like a generation, which I think sucks for them because a show like One Piece I don't think could ever happen again. Like, because their attention spans, they don't have it like that. They don't, it isn't there for them like it was for me and like everyone else in the entire world. And, hey, I mean, I think One Piece is going to crash the, world when it ends. I think it's going to be such a cultural phenomenon when that show ends that, like, it's going to break so many records. It's going to break so many different things when that one, like, the whole world is going to weep. We're going to have, bro, like, Oda's cooking, and I know he is. But yeah, like, it's insane to me that, like, people just, like, shit on anime and, like, all this stuff. I'm like, bro, like, cosplay is incredible, too. And, like, we are a weird group of people, but, like, that's not a bad thing. Like, as long as we ain't hate nobody who gives a shit. Like, if you, like, Boku no Pico, and I've never fucking seen it, more power to you. I ain't gonna judge you for liking something. Like, I think that is ridiculous, to be completely honest with you. Like, bro, like, if you like One Piece and I hate well, I can't ever say that. If I like One Piece and you hate One Piece, you shouldn't judge me for that. We like what we like and we don't like what we don't like. I am gonna judge you on the person you are, not by the fandom you like. And I think that's how the entire series should work. I think that's how everybody should, function as a society. Not just as a, human beings, because it's like, why would I judge you for that? I'm like, there are people that are making thousands and thousands of dollars talking about One Piece. There's people making thousands and thousands of dollars talking about anime in general. And I'm like, I could sit here and talk about anime in general all day long because it's my favorite thing of all time. And, like, I think it is, I don't know how else to say it because, like, I'm not the biggest I like romance series, but like if a slice of life anime doesn't have romance, I have no desire to watch it whatsoever. And I'm like, I think that's fair. Cuz I think it's boring. I'm like, I can't watch actual sports because anime ruined it for me. But then I got to judge people in real life for watching sports and that being their whole personality? No. Because they are going to judge me because I watch anime, but I'm not going to judge them because I don't care. If you want to go watch the fucking Knicks play the Spurs, okay. I don't give a fuck. But, like, let's get back on the anime thing. Anime has reached a state where, like, it's much deeper than people give it credit for. And I'm like, you got that, like, whole Endeavor's storyline, which I think is the best part of My Hero. You got Kuma's backstory, which is probably the saddest in all of One Piece. If you know, you know. Like, Laws is pretty sad. I could talk about other anime, I guess. I just love to talk about One Piece, if you can't tell. Yeah. JoJo's is even incredible. JoJo's is such a phenomenon as a, like, thing that, like, it's still making memes today about, him jumping over the gate and, like, and being, oh, that's not a car. He's Jonathan, is that his name? Jonathan Joestar? He was one of the best Joestars when he was old and decrepit and he had his Stan. That was, like, that is fire. That, like, it is. I think JoJo's has created a fandom that is okay with embracing the weird and the, not normal of it all. And I think that's fantastic. If you want my honest opinion, I think it is fantastic. I need to catch up on Kaiju number 8. I need to watch the second season. And Kajiabachi. Is that what it's called? Like that whole incident, like that whole like thing where she got off of fucking or Twitter is so ridiculous to me. Like, why is the anime community doing that? Like, why? Yes, I'm like, I get what the guy did was like not the best, like, but like, I don't know. I guess I shouldn't really talk about that, but like, I don't know. We shouldn't bully the creator for it. Anyways, that's gonna do it for this video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.